The movie begins with Jeff Taylor and his wife, Amy, driving cross-country from Boston to San Diego in their sleek new Jeep Grand Cherokee. Due to recent financial troubles, they've made the bold decision to move across the country, hoping for better opportunities and a fresh start. However, since the car is only on loan, the pressure is high. They're chasing not just a new life, but also the means to pay off their debts. While driving, Jeff reaches for a bottle in the back seat. Suddenly, an old pickup truck swerves dangerously into their lane. Jeff reacts quickly to avoid a collision and blames the reckless driver for the scare. Later, they stop at a gas station for fuel and snacks, only to come face to face with the same truck driver, Earl. At first, Earl seems impressed by Jeff's car, but things quickly turn sour when he blames Jeff for the near accident. Jeff tries to stay calm and apologizes, hoping to avoid a fight. Earl storms off angrily, and Jeff and Amy continue on their journey. Things seem to improve as they joke about a lucky break, winning $90,000 from a junk food promotion. But their trip takes a turn when the Jeep suddenly breaks down in the middle of nowhere. Jeff tries to call for help, but there's no signal. Moments later, a truck approaches. It's Earl again. Instead of helping, he mocks them and turns his truck around, raising concerns about his true intentions. Just as things get tense, another truck pulls up beside them, scaring Earl off. This new driver, Warren, seems kind and offers to help. He checks the car and suspects it's just overheated. He suggests dropping Amy off at a diner 5 miles down the road where she can use a payphone to call for a tow truck. Jeff decides to stay with the car, hoping it will cool off enough to restart. Amy agrees to go with Warren, promising to grab some cold drinks while she's at the diner. After waiting for a while, Jeff checks under the hood and discovers a few loose wires. He reconnects them, and the car starts up again. Relieved, he heads straight to the diner to meet Amy, but she's not there. He questions the rude bartender and other patrons, but no one seems to know anything. He leaves a message for Amy with the bartender and drives around the town in search of her. Soon, Jeff spots a truck that looks like Warren's and manages to flag it down. It is Warren, but Amy isn't with him. When Jeff demands answers, Warren pretends he doesn't know him and claims he's never seen Amy. Jeff peeks inside the truck, but finds nothing. At that moment, a police car appears, and Jeff asks for help. Deputy Len Carver listens to Jeff's story and questions Warren, who again insists he doesn't know Jeff or Amy. The deputy searches the truck thoroughly, but finds no signs of a struggle or anything suspicious. Eventually, Deputy Len leans toward believing Warren's story, suggesting that Jeff may have mistaken the truck, or worse, that Amy left willingly, which he claims happens more often than people think. But Jeff refuses to believe it. He knows his wife would never leave like that. Back at the police station, Jeff's worry grows as he sees a wall full of missing persons photos, especially middle-aged women like Amy. But because it hasn't been 24 hours since Amy disappeared, the police can't take official action unless there's a ransom demand or clear evidence of an abduction. Desperate, Jeff returns to the diner hoping for new information, but the bartender is still unhelpful. Frustrated, Jeff demands to see customer receipts, hoping to find proof Amy was there. The situation escalates into a heated argument. The bartender pulls out a gun and forces Jeff to leave. Just then, a local named Billy approaches Jeff with new information. He claims to have seen Amy arrive in one truck and leave with another man in a different one. He says they headed toward Route 7 by the river. But when Jeff asks for more details, Billy clams up, glancing nervously at the bartender, who's now watching them closely. Jeff begs Billy to go to the police, but Billy refuses, calling him naive and hinting that even the cops might be in on it. With no one else to trust, Jeff decides to take matters into his own hands and drives toward Route 7. But the road is blocked. Suddenly, Earl appears again, this time armed. Jeff quickly reverses and speeds away, but the path is blocked by 2 vehicles, forcing him to veer off onto a side road that ends abruptly at a cliff. With no other option, Jeff drives off the slope and crashes into the river. To escape Earl, Jeff abandons the car and follows the current. He manages to evade capture, but his car is gone, taken by the gang. Just when he thinks he's safe, he's caught by Billy, the same man who claimed to help him. Jeff is shocked to discover that Billy and Earl are working together. They're holding Amy for ransom. It turns out Amy told them Jeff has $90,000 in their bank account, something she saw printed on a junk food package during their trip. The gang mistakenly believed it was real. He's stunned to see Warren, the man he once trusted, revealed as the mastermind behind the entire scheme. Wasting no time, Warren orders Jeff to go to town and personally ask the bank manager to wire the money. He gives Jeff only 50 minutes to complete the task before Deputy Len returns from his patrol. Warren warns that they're watching his every move, and if he fails, they'll start sending pieces of Amy to him. Left with no choice, Jeff heads to the bank, knowing he only has $5,000 in his account. Inside, the bank manager notices Jeff's panic state and grows suspicious. Jeff tries to explain, but a man in the lobby, clearly watching him, prevents him from saying too much. Sensing something's wrong, the manager quietly tells Jeff to wait while they prepare the cash. While waiting for the money transfer to process, Jeff excuses himself and heads to the bank's restroom, hoping to find something, anything, he can use as a weapon. But after searching the room, nothing small enough fits into his clothes. He returns to his table, frustrated, but luck is on his side. The bank manager, who sensed Jeff's distress, has secretly left a small blade on the table for him. With the cash in hand, Jeff follows new instructions. He's told to locate a specific car on the main road. Moments later, Earl shows up, demanding the money. Jeff pleads to see his wife first, but Earl isn't interested in talking. He smashes Jeff in the face and duct tapes his hands. As Earl calls his gang to update them, he casually admits that he was the one who sabotaged Jeff's Jeep at the gas station. His plan? Take the money and kill them both. But Jeff, ever resourceful, uses the hidden blade to cut through the tape binding his hands. Earl opens the bag expecting $90,000, but instead finds bundles of $1 bills. It's a setup. Furious, Earl tries to react, but Jeff overpowers him. In the struggle, Jeff ties Earl up, hands and neck bound to the seat, and takes control of the vehicle. Jeff drives erratically, slamming the brakes to choke Earl with the seatbelt. Under pressure, Earl cracks and reveals Amy's location, a truck stop. Just as Jeff heads out, Deputy Len Carver appears, mistaking Jeff for the criminal. Jeff tries to explain, but Len refuses to listen. Earl uses the distraction to escape and shoots the deputy before turning the gun on Jeff. But Len, injured yet still alive, fires back, taking Earl down for good. Jeff quickly radios for an ambulance and rushes to the truck stop. There, he spots Warren, talking on the phone with Billy. Concerned about Earl's silence, Warren tells Billy to bring Amy to his barn for a final talk. Jeff considers confronting Warren right then but changes his mind. Amy is the priority. He quietly sneaks onto the underside of Warren's truck, hiding as it drives off. After a long, tense ride, they arrive at a rural barn. As Warren unloads, Jeff climbs onto the roof and slips in through a window. Inside, he's horrified to find personal items, purses, jewelry, IDs, from other missing women. Amy isn't the first. She might not be the last. Soon, Billy and Al arrive with Amy. They think she's dead, collapsed from the heat of the truck's exhaust. Jeff watches, devastated. But just as they prepare to bury her, Amy stirs. She's alive. She'd only passed out. Billy and Al drag her inside and lock her in the basement fridge. From above, Amy catches a glimpse of Jeff's eyes. She knows he's there. When the men leave for dinner, Jeff tries to pick the basement lock, but fails. So he arms himself with a gun and heads for the house. He bursts in during dinner. Holding Warren at gunpoint, he exposes the truth to Arlene, Warren's wife, and demands she admit what's inside the basement fridge. But before anything can happen, their young son Deke appears with a loaded rifle, aimed at Jeff. Warren tells Deke to shoot, but Jeff pleads with the boy, not to hurt someone who has nothing to do with this. In the chaos, Jeff deflects the shot, and Al is hit instead. Billy escapes. With Warren in control, Jeff forces him to unlock the basement. Arlene opens the fridge and gasps. It's Amy. The truth hits her like a wave. Her husband has been part of something monstrous. Jeff locks the family in the basement and plans their escape. But things get worse. Billy returns and frees the others. Amy frantically searches for the truck key. She finds it, but Warren, now behind the wheel of his massive rig, is charging toward them. Jeff and Amy barely dodge the truck's violent charge. They escape in a vehicle, but the gang follows close behind. During the chase, Warren loses control, crashing and destroying Al's car. Now it's just Warren and Jeff. They race to a bridge. Warren's truck smashes into Amy's car, pinning her leg and leaving them teetering on the edge. Jeff escapes and confronts Warren in a final, brutal fight. As they struggle, Warren wraps a heavy chain around his wrist, trying to use it as a weapon. But Jeff turns the tide. Warren loses his grip and falls from the bridge, plunging onto the rocks below. Jeff pulls Amy free. They embrace, bloodied, bruised, but alive. But just when they think it's over, they see Warren. Miraculously, he's still alive. This time, Amy takes charge. She releases the truck's brake, sending it crashing down, crushing Warren beneath the wreckage. At last, their nightmare ends. So that's it. Hope you enjoy the story. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more videos.